Welcome, Spark. So what kind of Spark are you? Player? Creator? Or both? The stories yet to be told. The games to be made. Civilizations and societies to be formed. The universe is waiting for you to bring it to life. Now, how do we begin?
Wait for it.
There we go.
Hey!
Opa!
Oh
Hey,
man,
Kimmy.
that's a nice old joke. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome.
What's up? Another Thursday creation stream.
Yeah. So in this creation stream, Thompson and I are going to be showing you more of Noxious Bog. What we're going to be doing.
We're gonna be using it in interesting ways and combining it with our Dungeon Descent pack, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. So we have this very kind of cookie cutter dungeon area that we've built.
You have like cookie cutter, but it's pretty excellent. So.
Well, thank you. But it's pretty bland. Like, I mean, I'll run through it quickly. So we just have.
We didn't leave anything in here, did we?
No.
Okay.
We didn't.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We were testing stuff beforehand that is cool. So it's this is like kind of it's standard little dungeon area. Don't have too much going on. Just been kind of building out the environment. Pro tip is pitch black sky with dungeon is amazing. So this is pitch black sky, and I just have sort of using light bulbs to make all this stuff. And then we have kind of the throne room here with your standard, like, you get to the end of the dungeon and you find a treasure. So we're going to be bogifying this stuff up. What we mean by that is making it kind of a decrepit looking dungeon. Like right now it's like nice
Very
and
pristine. Looks like somebody came in with the broom and like swept it up and cleaned it up for your presentation.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, quick! The adventure is coming.
Yeah, so
we must be prepared.
We thought it'd be fun to go through this and just show kind of how versatile the Noxious Bog props are and how you can kind of use them with other stuff, including, I mean, our favorite pack is dungeons, so everything goes well with dungeon. It's sort of like how everything goes well with either peanut butter or cheese. I tempt you to come up with one food item that doesn't go well with peanut butter or cheese. One or the other.
I can't have anything with peanut butter, so it's always
it's always
a very bad. A very bad choice.
Good point.
Cheese would be hard for me to come up with a bad pairing.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna show off though. Let's zoom in to like right here. We are going to go to, what's this? I think we might have
It took every single one.
a new sky
that we didn't see last time. Right?
Yeah. I'll turn the controller over to you to do the sky reveal.
Hopefully I'm facing a good direction. So this is the new Bog Sky. Look at that guy. Pretty epic. And it has this, it's definitely atmospheric.
Yeah.
Like you can see it in this like big chamber room that we have. Treasure pile. Like it is very atmospheric, which is really cool. Kind of like the nebula in space.
Yes.
Same kind of thing. So it got that nice haze. It's like perfect for your bog. It's pretty much, to me, it's like a better version of our Stormy Sky too. Like, there's some similarity versions, but I like this is not as severe because it doesn't have a super dark cloud like horizon.
Yes.
And looking out is just awesome.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you that it's
outside.
kind of the upgrade of Evening Stormy Sky.
Yeah, I mean they have different tones for sure, but that's definitely the one I would be most similar to.
It's
like,
the more ambient one,
Yeah.
like the one that shoves more at you.
Yep. Like I just like that horizon line, like just coming off of that. You know, you're coming in through this dungeon, and then you like come out this, and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty cool.
I like how it sort of naturally adds Fog of War because you can barely see the end of that hallway right there.
Mm-hmm. Kind of does some of that work for you, like of creating like that ambience, an atmospheric kind of feel to it without having to drop in a bunch of visual effects and ambient clouds and stuff like that. Yeah, so cool. Like up here when you like look up and how it gets lighter, faded out on the hinge.
Yeah, you guys will be able to do a lot with this. I mean, it obviously evokes a swampy environment, which it should, but it's just the haziness of it is it's really cool.
Yeah, so here's like bog props. You can like see that tree line. The back sky.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty.
Release date for this is September. We've not given a release date yet. It will be. I can tell you, it's more than a week away. It'll be within basically 2-3 weeks though.
Oh, it's so funny. So somebody in chat was saying how I think Team Dakota owns stock in a light bulb company because just how many light bulbs we use.
Okay, but there's a reason.
Yeah. Now my favorite. Did I show you this? Somebody made a community creation that was Team Dakota Light Bulb Factory. And it like was manufacturing light bulbs.
Oh really?
And it shows like goblins like come over and it comes down and like grab it and carry it over. It was like the best thing ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the reason why we use so many light bulbs in this is because when you use the pitch black sky, all light is created by light bulbs, and so I wanted to have a dispersal of light here. So
you get a lot of control over it because of that way too.
Yeah.
So there you go. Cool. So we've seen the sky. You want to go back to pitch black?
Let's look at some. Let's look at some sounds.
Oh, cool. Here, I'll hand that over. You know which ones we need to show off.
Yeah. So we couldn't show off sounds before because we didn't have
audio.
But
that is a problem for sound showing off.
We should have audio now.
Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear this.
Hold on. Let's bring audio closer. Alright, so this is the Bog Calm loop, where you're probably not hearing too much. Sounds sort of like just airplane noise. But then you have the Ambient Bog Lively loop.
I'm so afraid.
Sounds like there's a lot going on. This is like a densely populated area.
Jeez, Brian, did you not have lunch? No, like
yeah.
That sounds like my stomach at like 2 o'clock if I haven't had lunch yet.
So we have that. I'm really looking forward to that. Let's crank this down a bit. And then we have some. You can hear some of the sounds that the creatures make. So you have the bog piranha, and you got the bog-billed bird.
Is it really creepy at this loud volume? That thing was not insane. What was it? That was
I know. I mean, the bog-billed bird is like a creepy creature. That's for sure. Then you have the lizard. Then you have insects, bubbling ooze, ooze splat and drip, spore emitters. I actually really like that we have an insect swarm now. I've been waiting for that sound.
Yeah. I don't like insects, so that like already makes me like.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great for horror.
Definitely.
And that bog bill.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I love it. That's awesome.
That sounds like a dinosaur, actually. So,
yeah.
Somewhat. So those are that's a look at the sounds that you have. So yeah. All right. Let's start making some stuff. So Thomas, you are a big fan of these flotillas.
I am. They're like the new stone chimneys.
Yeah. Do you want to go about kind of placing them around here?
That'd be awesome. I'm gonna switch. I think we want to go back to pitch sky now.
You won't be able to see those in pitch black sky.
Oh, because you don't have enough lighting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you'll probably want to place these down, but this is like you call these the stone chimney.
Yes, I do. So they're like perfect for like placing in things, and because they're so flat, right? Like they have this like flat surface. If you embed it in, it ends up looking like these like cluster of like rocks and rubble sticking out. And so like just taking some of these and like kind of dotting them around, you actually start like messing up the like completely flat surface that you have. So no longer will it look like somebody just swept before the adventurer showed up.
Yeah.
And I'll do a couple of different sizes here.
Yeah, the more variation, the better.
And the great thing is like even this is the same prop, and even that doesn't even look super repeated. And that's like what the stone chimney is really good for too, because it can be changed at all angles and what have you.
Especially once you bring the other two guys in,
exactly.
Then it really starts to make a difference.
So I'll go grab another one. So that one was, I think I used that one. So we're gonna use this one now. Cool. Okay, so let's get that.
Yeah, they just work really well.
Like, right. Let's see.
That's about good.
Yeah, we'll do it like that. Try to cover up, like I don't necessarily want the vines everywhere.
Right, yeah, sure.
Go like that. And we're gonna go like, so you do have a little bit of terrain undulations like going through here. It's not perfectly flat. That's cool. You got like a little bit of rubble there. And we'll get this one in like the corner. Cool. And then we'll grab
that third one.
This one. Here. I'll move it. I can be organized. And same thing, so we'll kind of rotate this, we'll move it down.
Someone made a good comment. Looks like something really big just sneezed. And like the cool thing is
that actually may be true.
Yeah. And the cool thing is like if you already look back and like take a look back at this, it does look very random, and you're using like 8 props, but it looks like the whole floor is covered.
Yep, exactly. So I can like go right like there, like fill in like where I got holes now. Can even like just do like that. It's okay if it pokes out a little bit. But yeah, that's only like 10 props, 11 props, and it looks like it's 100.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think once you get this point done, I'm gonna go through and.
You're gonna want to put the paint down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Because then you can take this and then we'll layer on some of the new bog textures and get some scatter on there. See some like growth and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. Let's do. I like this one. So yeah, so the new stone chimneys, particularly for dungeon, like perfect instance.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, the only thing you really need to... So, like, there's kind of... When you're using prop, a lot of times, there's only 2 things you need to do to make it look like it's a different prop. Cool. Rotate it, and then scale it as well.
Yeah. And I even think on these guys, you can actually use the bottom 2, right?
Yeah, you can.
So, I only use 3 of 6 variations if you want to use it on its, like, flat surface.
So, let's pick the Boggy Swamp biome.
And these work really good. Like, so I used it here on the ground. You can actually put these, like, on the wall, too, for, growth and things like that growing on the wall, or rocks poking through.
All right, so before we get to that, though, here's something that we alluded to in our last State of Spark.
Oh, that's right.
So default. All right, so I'm using the expand tool. Right now, currently in Project Spark, you have brush sizes that the minimum scale is 15%, and let me increase that intensity. So like 15%, this is what it looks like when you sculpt something.
Yep.
And this is the reason why we've always had it at 15% is because that is technically 1 voxel space. With Title Update 16, which we are using right now. So here's the current minimum. Here's the new minimum.
What?
5%. And the reason why we finally decided to give you this is because after a lot more testing, we found ways in which basically this allows you to use less than 1 voxel to create stuff.
Cool. Not to mention of how thin you can make things.
Yeah,
like what you're currently doing.
exactly. So,
That was like impossible, or you'd have to sculpt it and then like erase around it, and it was like a hassle. Now you can actually do like these pillars and things like out of terrain,
yeah.
which this looks super awesome with the dungeon texture on it.
Mm-hmm. So you can do some really good detailing now. Let's just look at the difference between those two. So this is the current size, your minimum size you currently have with brushes. This will be the new size with Title Update 16. This will be the new minimum that you can get to.
That looks so nice. It's cool.
Like you can basically build
Yeah.
you can build very intricate structures with this. So just like look at that size comparison. You know, it is three times smaller. And you can definitely see that. Why didn't we go below 5%? Because after 5%, you literally has no effect on terrain.
I mean, you can even see with like, you know, with the one that we just pulled up at that size, like it's not perfectly round because it's less, you know, basically things it's able to pull. It's going to be a little bit more straight edged, which some people might actually like, but you're not getting like a perfectly, like this is going to be the same dimension. That's more squared off
Exactly.
at that point.
Yeah. So that is one thing where when you can do these really tiny sizes, but there's actually not even enough voxel space for this thing to round itself out. So you're gonna get these when you go to like this is like 1 point you're stretching basically, then it ends up looking squarish like this. So you're gonna have to add a tiny bit more dimension, probably go to something like 10%.
These are cool, like just poking up randomly like in this. You
Yeah.
shouldn't, like, you can get rid of the big fat one, but you can like, I think these are actually really cool to like leave in your dungeon. Like just randomly like these sentinel structures like obelisks.
Yeah, they would be very cool. And then like this is 10%, which allows you to like you can kind of start rounding it out more.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of the structures we make.
Yeah, man,
You can make with this.
So before we had like our dungeon props, a lot of people like used terrain and like the old stone things to make dungeon kind of looks to them. Like I had a world that was like that, where I like made this whole dungeon fortress thing, and I did it out of terrain because there wasn't the props for it, and it basically having a 5% brush would have been like a lifesaver. It would have saved me a lot of like time on it too. I've been able to get a lot more detail in there that I wasn't able to achieve with a 15% brush.
Right.
I'm looking really forward to that.
Yep. This has been a lot of requests. We've gotten a lot of requests from people for this. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm just sort of coloring, or I shouldn't say coloring, but I am painting this terrain. So we won't do that side because I think if you get the idea, if we just work on this side, we would do the same thing to the other side. But what I like to do is I like to set my intensity to 10%, which is the minimum. Go through here and find like little croppings of stones like this, and spend a bit more time so I get some scatter in, and then continue on the rest here, so that I just basically this just darkens the area.
Yeah, it looks like you kind of threw a layer of dirt on there.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is meant to be indoors, so we don't want this thing to look like it's in the middle of a swamp. But the swampy terrain is very nice for kind of making things look decrepit. And let's just
like kind of
we'll keep the
more like more overgrown and like hostile, like, right? Because that's what Boglands is all about, is like growth and being very hostile. And I can't think of any two things that doesn't fit a wouldn't fit in dungeon besides those two.
Right. Exactly. All right, so we're kind of making this and slowly painting it in. This cropping would get some scatter. This would get some scatter right there. Just keep on painting until you get it down to something that looks like a mix of kind of the regular stone and dirt as well. And usually things grow in crevices, so you kind of spend a bit more time on the crevices.
Yeah, against the walls and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bam. Especially in the corners, that's where things tend to pile up.
Tell me about it. I know. I have 2 cats. I have corners in my apartment where their hair, like, it makes it convenient to pick it up. But it's like that's where everything moves towards the corners.
So, next thing I want to do here is
Oh, a little root rock.
Play around with this doorway we got.
Oh, no, that's hanging moss.
Yes, hanging moss. So I want to play around with this doorway. So the hanging moss is like perfect as an insert for dungeon walls right here. The nice thing is the hanging moss has kind of two sides to it. So and each side is slightly different. So it allows you to like quickly have some variation just by kind of changing from one side to the other. And we also have two versions of the hanging moss. So you have 4 total variations. This one is sort of like an end piece for hanging moss. Like this is kind of a capper at the
taper.
end. Yeah, or not the capper, the taper. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, it's a cap too. Caps it off.
Yeah, but I don't think capper is a word. I think I just made that up. Okay, so you got those. This was.
Yeah, looks good.
This is gonna bug me because I think this one clips a tiny bit. There we go. Then we.
Glad you fixed it. That was really bugging me.
Now, the dangling moss, man.
Yes.
I am a huge fan of this dangling moss. So bring this around.
So for those who don't know, this is the new piece that has our flag physics on it. So it actually has this like dynamic movement, like winds blowing through it. That's by powering it on. You can also power it off where it's a lot slower and will actually come to a stop over time.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's almost like a curtain.
Yeah, exactly. It is a disgusting curtain of moss, basically. And then we rotate it and bring it down this way a bit, and also decrease the scale a bit. This is like the walkway where, like, the archway, you're like, do I really want to walk under this? Is some sort of insect going to fall on top of me like a big spider? So the other cool thing about these is they don't just make great inserts into the floor, they make great inserts into the wall as well. So let's take this guy.
And yeah,
Put him there in the wall. This really helps create some nice looking repeating vines and such.
Yeah,
wall.
that look just looks awesome.
Let's see, where's the other piece I want? I want this piece.
You can even do, so the other side actually has some protrusions, right, with the vines.
Yeah, it does.
So,
I found that it's not like, doesn't look too great on the walls, but you definitely can.
Depends, right, if you like add some like the normal moss scatter and then have those kind of poking through that, like, depends on what you're going for.
I guess it probably would look okay. But in this case,
You want to keep it flush.
yeah, exactly. So you kind of want to make it so that these really, like, it kind of becomes more and more as it gets to the center here. So, like, let's get this, let's rotate it around a bit, and bring that there. Now we have, like, a really overgrown little area here. So let's bring in this, and let's increase the size of this. So it's like at really big, it does start to kind of look like a curtain. Very, a wide curtain. And I do this also. I put it reverse so that they also don't have the exact same movement, because like they're kind of moving against each other. So then it looks a bit more natural. You'll notice these dangling vines. They actually won't be moving at. They will be moving at the exact same time in tests. So I want to change that up a bit by kind of bringing them forward and back. As soon as things look like they're moving at the exact same speed or pace, that's when reality kind of breaks.
Yeah. The reality, that's not how things work. Everything is so different.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then I'm just going to, this will be a mossy stalagmite. I always remember what's a stalactite and a stalagmite. A stalactite hangs tight to the ceiling. A stalagmite might reach the ceiling.
That's clever.
All
I have
right.
not heard that one before. There's some like other one like stalactite is from the top because it's like T, and then I can't remember the M.
People are asking me to recolor props. I could recolor props, but then I would be spending the whole stream on that, and we have other stuff to get through too.
We do.
So I probably would have recolored the dungeon actually to be more in line with this because I wanted to make a more earthy dungeon because you know this kind of stands out a lot. But also when you go for pitch black, then it kind of goes in a bit.
It's a very different feel.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It fades together a bit better. Let's just make a ground a bit more like this. And then I want to roughen up this path a bit as well. So what I'll do is I like to use the roughen tool. And what's that at? 66%? Bring it down to like 30%. And then like just dab, maybe 22 is kind of a bit high. So just like dab here and there to make some general roughness.
And usually, like, I always find that always to be like a little too, and then I'll go back over with a smooth real quick.
Exactly.
Because then you lose all those hard edges.
Yeah, so like this is a bit too rough. Looks like someone just really trampled on this for like days.
Makes it so you like want to actually walk off of that and go walk
Yeah,
away.
exactly. That's true. So you kind of go through and make it a bit more flat, but then you kind of go in and nice thing is I can bring this down to 5%.
That entryway looks really cool now. Like it was pretty, it had a lot going on, but I think when you made it dark, it like makes it come together a lot more.
Huh, thank you. All right, so then what you do is like the kind of holes you made, that's where you put some dirt. So like this little indent right here. So I kind of put some dirt in here.
Rub some dirt on that.
Yeah, this is the pathway terrain, which it's really nice because it has some very sparse scatter, just like some basically like a blade of grass here and there. So it looks really nice for kind of a barren wasteland or something that looks like it's sort of stuff is just starting to grow on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now let's jump into test again and let's just run through this again.
So we didn't touch this at all.
No, we didn't. This is like
normal.
the regular dungeon, and then here we have decrepit dungeon.
On that side.
Yeah, on one side. So you know, looks
Like
that definitely makes the entryway look kind of cool.
And that like just slow movement of the hanging moss gives
Mm-hmm.
some dynamic to the scene.
Yeah.
And get your
And
hanging moss
then
on
and then we have
the curtains.
the curtains, which those work pretty well actually as curtains. Like those are kind of the right size. All right, let's bring this guy out over here. And now I want to put in a little tiny boss here.
Tiny.
All right. We'll go big boss. So let's take the.
It's like a
Big
huge
boss.
room.
This little guy right here. He's the ruler of this entire land. Our little horned lizard guy right here. And
He's pretty cute though, I have to say.
yeah. And all right, fine. I'll grow him. I'll make him look like a boss. So he's like your final boss that you must face in order to win the treasure behind him. All right, so let's go through here, and let's fight this boss. See, he looks very intimidating.
Oh my gosh.
I beat the boss!
All right, that's pathetic.
All right.
That
Can
be
you
your...
make a better boss than that?
I can definitely do a better boss than that. That is so bad.
Oh, change the sky also.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do that.
I'll just do that. It's fine. Let's see here.
I don't know if you can beat a horned lizard.
I think I can. Let's put this guy down.
Okay.
And try that out.
All right, I'll try this out. All right, maybe that's a bit better. Yeah.
I think it's a little scarier than the horned lizard.
All right, that's a really cool boss. It's a much better boss than the horned lizard. Oh man. That's pretty awesome. I think I want to play as this though.
I'm watching chat and it looks like people were forgot to use their keyboards.
So like I don't want to fight against him anymore. I want to play as this guy. Where's our character? Character's somewhere. There we go. Let's turn this guy off first. And
You just make them a lot faster.
yeah, I like my guy fast. Let's play as a dragon. That's much cooler. This guy. All right, imagine this guy running at you.
I just imagine like somebody like, ah!
Let's take off. And then let's go a bit faster. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a dragon in Project Spark.
Yeah, that was the secret. If you didn't realize.
Project Spark is getting a dragon. It is the most requested by far thing, and you guys are finally going to get this.
And he looks sweet.
Yep. And he can do a barrel roll.
Barrel.
Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. And let's show him off a bit more. So let's make him land.
He just like needs a shockwave for that.
I think what he needs to breathe some fire. And I think he needs to have a roar as well.
Oh, they have the whirlwind.
And let's see. Let's look at his attacks. He's got that.
Boom.
And
Boom.
bam, the mother of all attacks.
When it's like, when it comes down.
He's got, dodging as well on the ground. But my favorite is that.
It's like I would definitely go running.
Yeah.
And then he would chase me like that. And then it would be over.
Exactly. And he can go super fast. Dragon don't stop for you. Super fast dragon. Attack!
The glide is so cool.
Yeah,
So that's when you're going like fast enough, feel like.
exactly. And then, so he's got a kind of his slower speed is when he's really flapping his wings. and this is sort of his kind of in the air stationary speed. The animation team did a wonderful, wonderful job with this dragon. It's just like his flight is what I always wanted for a dragon. Alrighty. Well,
That's
you guys
pretty
all like
sweet.
one dragon.
I know, we should add a couple more. That's a pretty bad lead in though. Because people are going to think other character models. Here, let's put it down a couple. So you have them all on the flight controller, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's just recolor a couple of these guys. We'll leave like the middle one the same here. And let's go.
I believe it's go to character, not clothing.
Oops. So here's his different color tint channels. All right.
So I guess while Thomas is recoloring this, I should talk about this dragon you're seeing. This dragon is not part of the Noxious Bog pack. This is another pack, and we're revealing it to you guys because this is also coming soon. We are not ready to give a date for this. It's the only thing we can say is it's not coming before Noxious Bog.
Yeah.
The dragon is coming quite soon for you guys.
Let's see that. Okay, that's his eye. Got the other eye.
And right, zoom in on the dragon's eyes.
Yeah, they're super cool. Here. First, I'll do this.
I think someone wanted to see him scaled down. So, look at that dragon eye. And then I think the default one has the awesome like glowing orange eyes.
Yeah, I colored channel changed it. Let's see. Yeah, and that's the default.
Look at that eye. All right, now how
All right,
small
let's
does it go?
Okay, so we'll make this guy into a little guy.
I can't even see him.
He's a little cutie.
Oh my god.
Look at that little guy.
So who was worried about how small he'd scale?
So this is default. That's, yep, that is extremely small.
I can't. Yeah, that is a lizard.
So let's go like comparison here. Let's put him. I mean, okay.
He's smaller than the light bulb.
Yeah, he's smaller.
He is mini dragon. Hear him squeak. How big can they get?
All right, here we'll blow this guy. All right, we're going the opposite direction. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that was weird. Dun.
So the dragon is coming in the Dragon's Ascension pack. That's the name of the pack. It's
cool.
It is it's its own pack. It comes with this. We're not revealing what else, but whoa.
So he's pretty big. I mean, he's full.
Compare him to like his default size.
I mean, so that room we were in, and I mean, he fills that entire space. So this is like bigger than even like the Dragon Age dragons, I would say.
Yeah.
Or pretty close to that, where it's like a huge environmental setup. But yeah, that is ginormous.
Yes.
Imagine you come through that gate and he's just sitting there.
You just see that? His nail is as big as a human. That's how big. Oh man, compare him to his compared like that's default size,
yeah,
which
his
is already
default.
bigger than wow.
All right, cool. I want to finish coloring this guy, and I need to make my little army of dragons here. Bump. And wings, that's right. So let's give this guy like, hey, green's kind of cool. We'll go like there, and this is like the highlight on it. We'll kind of go like an orange. Orange is like the complement to blue.
Yeah.
And I think this is let's see, this one is that tiny other texture. We'll go like yellow. There we go. Of course, he has some gums on there. I will just keep it like that. He just had a good meal. That explains the dark red. Tea stain. Let's give him some pearly whites. That's super cool. So now he's like a lightning dragon or like a water dragon. Okay, and let's do. So you want to see like a whole bunch of these, right?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? What you can do is we can just give all the rest of them follower brain with flight, and just fly around with as a posse of dragons.
Okay, we can do that as opposed to just controlling all of them. That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna do.
Because that is what I've always wanted to do in a game.
Okay, so
It's
here's the standard brain, which we're controlling, I think, on this guy. Let's see. Dragon main. No, we want the... This is the enemy brain, right?
No, this is the third person dragon brain that you're in. This is when you're controlling the dragon.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So
Where's the... Oh, it's all the way down there. Interesting. Okay, cool. So dragon main is the one we want. And then not for this guy. So... Unless we want to be the giant one. Do we want to be the giant one? I say we be the giant one.
And he has like his
little
like,
minion.
little minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Okay, so follower brains in here.
Let me just so I can type in follower because we should have. Let's just do any one of the followers would work. Follower melee maybe.
I don't know if they're gonna fly though.
So we need to code that in.
Oh, okay.
It's just so we first hold on. Let's get rid of. Oops. Get rid of these two.
I don't recommend trying to dual make
Yeah, I know. Two people
It's
at
like
the same
insane.
time.
Yeah.
So just do
move
towards my leader with flying.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to add after my leader. Yep. And then I think there might be somewhere else where it shows that.
Oh wait, well, yeah, I'll just anywhere that says move.
Yeah, that's good. That's it.
All right, cool. All right, now we're gonna take a bunch of you guys.
I don't know what the actual term is for multiple dragons. I'm sure it's not posse. It's probably a scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Of dragons.
They're gonna try to fly within like 4 meters of me, so it's might look like a convergence of a lot of dragons.
Oh, are you not?
Am I not considered their leader? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, little guys.
I don't think you're on the same team as them.
We should all be, let's see, team 1. Team 1. Equals it. I'm here to help. I don't know if I'm getting closer than...
Close? No, you're not getting closer than 5 meters.
Yeah.
Someone said an apocalypse
Here we
of
go.
dragons.
Yeah, I gotta go collect them. 'Cause
Collect them all. Maybe you probably want to do like minimum distance of 4.
yeah, they're like gonna just
Or
be
like
on top of me.
10.
Okay, we'll see. Move toward me later, but it's like 10 for sure.
Uh,
I think there is one other.
go up.
These are for enemies, I think. Doesn't really matter.
Object closer than 5. Okay, cool. All right, so just change minimum distance to 10 for all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do this.
That is much easier to do.
And this was the right one, right?
Yep.
Okay. You see that? You guys catch that on the remembering my brain location where I was at? Now you guys, that's coming into U16 too.
So you also probably want to increase the speed of your guy because I think you create a new one that doesn't have the same speed.
Okay.
Let's go to properties, movement, fly. Oh no, that's right. That's right. Okay, never mind.
He's big though, which makes him look like slower.
Yeah.
All right, come my minions. Come on, fly. There we go.
So let's see. Are they following you? Yeah. Look at that.
I like the I just love the shadow
Yep.
on the dragon. when we were originally thinking about like a reveal, we were thinking about like just showing like the shadow like on the ground somewhere, like over the character. All right, come dragons. So we would need to tell them to stay apart from each other more.
Yeah,
for sure. This dragon looks really cool with the blue and green.
Yeah. So I want to see a bit more of that shadow profile on the dragon, because, like, for me, that is awesome. Like, just look at that shadow. Like, just imagine, you know, you have your game you're making, and your players running around, and they can't look up, but they just see this shadow of a dragon approach them.
Let's see if I can get the shadow on. Yeah, when he has his wings out. Oh, my guy's a little stuck over there. Super cool.
Yeah. And we won't be showing sockets or other stuff that will come in this pack this week, because we have a lot to show next week.
Yeah. Cool. So like, I think now let's get rid of these guys, and then let's go put this guy in your dungeon.
Or you can make him fight against a dragon enemy.
So wait, 2 dragons
fighting against each other in the air.
Okay, let's do it. So let's make a mean one. And we want to clear this brain. I wonder if that other one's still... Nope. Okay, let me go grab that other brain that you had. So hopefully this one will have him chase. Okay, so you're the bad guy. Paste that in. And let's make this guy look a little different from us.
Mm-hmm. Now what you're going to want to do is, I don't think we have a range attack in our dragon, so we'll have to just put that in ours so that he can shoot fire at the other guy.
That makes sense. Okay, he's going to go red. And black looks great. That looks good. Let's give him like orange eyes. Sure, we'll take that. And okay, go like that.
Super dark.
Like that.
We could say solid color equals red, but that would make an entirely red dragon with no nuances. And that wouldn't look as interesting.
And he's gonna not have pearly white teeth.
Oh, his teeth are red. That guy looks like he might be evil. If I know anything from any sort of media, things that are red and have red eyes are bad.
Yeah, there you go. So now that looks like a pretty mean dragon.
It looks like a really mean dragon.
We look like a good one.
How to not die from your dragon.
Okay, so let's give my guy a range attack here. So on this whole thing...
Oh yeah, oops, sorry, it's...
This is, yeah, okay. I think it's really just this one, and then they just call those for specific attacks.
Yeah.
So
I think if you just do like win right trigger, do
yeah, something.
Shoots fireball. That's all you need to do.
Let's hope anyway. And shoot. It's gonna just be a fireball anyway. Oh, there you go.
He shoots better fireballs than you, though.
This is really fun.
Yeah, that's super fun. Yep. Aerial Dragon Combat. Coming to Project Spark. That guy has... He won't let go of his fire. He's like, I'm holding on to it, man. I don't know if I should use it yet. Oh my god. This already, even though you're just basically shooting fireballs at each other, it is the most epic thing I have seen. That's like, all it is you're shooting fireballs.
Ah! Okay, let's see if he always flies, right? He won't meet me if
Yeah,
I
have him always flying right now.
Like, imagine, like, a whole fight when you're flying, and then it transitions to, like, a separate stage where you guys both land, and you, like, are clawing at each other and stuff.
Yeah. Someone asked, what's the hit reaction like? It reacts to hits.
What you'd expect it to be.
Yeah. He staggers back like he was hit.
Oh, yeah.
I can say this character model unfortunately does not work with Kinect. It would have been fun to like be like flapping, but no, we can get the skeleton rig to work with Kinect. Their death animation is they die, they collapse basically.
Oh, he's like trying to like melee swipe me when I get close, which you would turn off if you were doing air combat. We're gonna land in our little messed up dungeon area.
Yeah. He doesn't know where you are.
I'm hiding. Like, just make a bunch of stuff tumbling settings. He comes in and just starts knocking stuff around.
Yeah. People want to see air strafing. We showed it earlier. That's basically the barrel roll. Hit A. Yeah, just hit it once. Oh, you died.
Oh, I hit the kill plane.
Yeah.
No. They want to see the barrel roll?
So, like, strafing in air is the barrel roll, right? Like that.
Yep.
So,
barrel
go the barrel roll whatever way you're dodging in, basically.
You know, like, I just imagine you could do some really...
I believe there's, like, side strafing as well.
You could do, like, a really, really cool, like, trine with like a dragon who's just constantly barrel rolling in the same position, and it's just like him spinning with his wings around him.
Yeah, it basically would look like that, just like constantly like turning around. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Ooh, dragon stealth game. Someone should make a dragon stealth game. Just like imagine a stealthy dragon sneaking around a dungeon. No, the adventurer can't see me.
I'm going to hide over here behind this dungeon wall. I will wait for him to approach, and then he can't see my head.
Yeah.
Rah! And then I get him.
Oh, someone needs. Oh man, I mean, like everybody has always wanted to play a game as a dragon. You can make every genre game now as a dragon.
Yeah. Oh man, that attacking thing. Even our nice dragon looks really scary at that point.
Yeah. You can give him the groovy mustache. It'll make him look a bit nicer or conspicuous.
Rah. Boom. Very cool.
Puzzle game as a dragon. Yes.
That's why the thing is, right, there's the wish fulfillment of like I want a scary dragon, but we know you guys are gonna come up with like crazy like reasons why a dragon's gonna be in game, that he's gonna be like totally like not like a dragon.
Minecraft as a dragon. Yes. Just everything can be done as a dragon.
Every game. Yeah.
Tetris as a dragon. Keep it up, guys. That's awesome.
Somebody just needs to do like the Halo HUD, like as a dragon.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What do you want to add? Anything else to that? Or like almost right at time. Actually,
I think we're right at
that
time.
was really fast. Once we started talking about the dragon.
Let me get my main guy here.
Oh, you're trying to do some like
Dragon against him. So goodbye, mean dragon.
Are you playing as who?
I'm playing as a dragon. I have to beat the adventurer. The evil adventurer is trying to kill the dragon. He must be stopped.
Goat Simulator as a dragon.
That would be pretty fun, actually.
Dragon Simulator.
Yeah. So distance.
Sit on these eggs for 300 years. Some time goes by. It has now been 300 years.
Then I want him to instead shoot at my enemy, and that should about do it. All right. So, dragon against hero, and the hero this time is the bad guy. Look at this tiny little hero. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him.
Is he attacking you?
Oh, they're the same team. They're the same team. Oh, he's so cute, the little hero.
It seems so unfair. Give him a sword.
Oh, no, I forgot. I had disabled his brain.
Oh, that would do it.
All right, so someone wanted to see a scale comparison of the biggest dragon possible versus human. So let's do that. Let's go up to biggest size possible. I can't even see the little tiny human. Where's the little...
I don't even know if at that point you'd be able to attack him.
He
can attack you.
He's attacking me. Well, good sir, little do you know...
You're gonna, miss him.
that I'm gonna overshoot you because you're too tiny for me to attack you. Like, he's a little tiny ant.
Can you melee attack him from there?
Maybe, but I now want to do a dragon the same size as him. So we'll do like we'll make them evenly paired. So we'll do dragon.
I still don't think. I think human versus that guy is not evenly paired, but
yeah, that's true. Oh, look at that! Nope, you can't catch me. Too fast for you. He's so fast. All right, so this is his like actual speed, and then he's got his speed against Al's speed. But sorry, man, you are going to be wrecked by my fire.
He's super wrecked.
He died. One shot. One shot.
Project Spark is where players create and creators play. What better way to be inspired than to see what's possible? This will surely spark your imagination. Now, how do we begin?